All right, so I didn't
Yeah,
have to
man,
spend.
I have an AOL account. Yes.
I think I
I was gonna say, man, that's a grandpa thing to do. We're the same age. You can't do that.
that's a grandpa thing to do.
I love it. Oh, that's awesome. All right.
Uh,
So, yeah, I didn't know how much you wanted in on this. I didn't know how much you when you wanted to come in. You're more than welcome to sit here the whole time. We'll put you to work. We'll put you reading some slides. You
Yeah,
know,
sure, man. So I got the Knights, even though
I
they were
see.
horrible the other night.
I see.
BYU
I see it.
crushed them.
hey, you got
Gotta
to
represent.
represent. Yeah.
Right. You still gotta
Got to do it.
represent.
Got to
Win or
do it.
lose.
And good afternoon, gentlemen. How you doing? Here we go. 2020 Fantasy Football League COVID edition, Week 15 wrap up, talking about playoffs. All right, let me move this over there so I can still see you
Playoffs.
guys. Playoffs and do that. We'll
You
start the
play
music.
to win the game.
There's the music. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, it feels the juices. We're coming into it. All right, we're just going to fade that off and we'll get right out into it. The Week 15. This was the consolation ladder, the round 2 coming in on the big garbage heap of what it was. We have, get these going up against Autodraft Superstars, best year ever with that was Skeletor Martinis on
Right.
Team Hyperion and Team Bacon on the Feet Ballers. We'll roll through these pretty quick. I'll do the first one here. Get these over Autograph Superstars, the smallest differential for this wrap up, 6.34 points. Mary Jane actually just called me a little while ago, and she's had what she called training questions, and then I encouraged her. I contributed to the delinquency where I encouraged her to steal photos online for her pavement presentations. Anyway, she was rather upset that she lost. She said it was so close. She just played the wrong people, and I get what it was. I'm so glad that Tim was the first one. There we go. He took a sip. I'm going to take a sip. There we go.
We all like rah, rah, rah.
All right, well, that's there. So, Tim, why don't you? Did I do? Oh, I went one too much. This was the second game on the garbage mound there.
Yeah, so stinky.
Best year ever, Skeletor Martinis, 107.52 over Viserion, Hold My Bleach. Yeah, that was a 30.7 point differential. That I'm sure that Mariano there was hoping that he would have a lot more scores than that during the season, but
He
he
did have
came.
a decent. He had a decent season. I think his total points
Yeah.
were pretty decent.
Yeah,
I
I
think
thought he did good. Just
I
had
think if
tough matchups.
Yeah.
that and if Dak wouldn't have gotten injured so early, and that changed Ashley's favorite football team and their
So Ashley,
dynamics.
is that the correct logo there for the Skeletor? Is that the right face?
Yes, that is
Okay.
the actual one from the TV show original. Now I have become the expert apparently.
You have.
The new toys just bother me. Go ahead.
Well, I sent you text. I sent you the new toy when we were in Walmart the other
Yeah.
day. There we go. The last one there, Team
Stinky
Bacon.
feet.
Coming out on top of the Feet Ballers, 23.2 point differential. That was a good showing.
Yeah, for bacon, that was good.
I think at the end of this, for after next week, you need to do one more of the old summaries that you used to do, just to see whether it
scoring?
was the good to garbage one at least.
To show
how it
like
all-
final
how it all
rankings
lines
or
up.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, he got the 87 with 2 zeros.
linear
That
in a
was
row,
actually
and
pretty good.
who's at the
Yeah.
garbage spot.
That's true.
Yeah.
2 zeros is tough to come back. But then again, Michael Thomas, that was a self-inflicted wound because he didn't play. So that was and same with Julio Jones. Both guys were out before
Yeah.
the game started. So
Well, again, he's in the, like you said, the garbage mound, so he's probably not even
Right.
looking at his lineup.
probably
Season's
not.
over.
Season's over. He had better things to do. We'll bump right out of that for the consolation. We're going to call it the winner's consolation bracket because that's
The
the best
rest
thing
of the junk.
that I could hope for. So, but it had Tipsy Bench Warmers against the unseeded champion there, who we thought was going to go all the way.
The man, the myth, the legend.
But he got bumped out early, and then we had Gloves going against Poppy. So of course, Danny was angry, and he's the
Jesus,
and
Brian.
rained down upon me with the largest point differential at 58.94. Golly, that
I
hurt.
feel like you
But
rained down on yourself with 68 points. That's pretty.
no,
I mean, why did you pick up Derek Carr? Who would ever pick up Derek Carr?
Oh, and I played him, and that was Thursday, and man, I was
That's luck right there, baby.
oh, it was so bad. It was so
When you
bad.
got Baker Mayfield, you don't need Derek Carr.
Yeah, and
Well,
and I
because it's
should have.
obvious 20.98 to 2.12. What are you
But you
doing,
can't
man?
know the projections. I was playing the projections, and
Oh,
Derek
there you
Carr-
go. There you go with those projections again.
and Baker had burned me a couple of times. He did great last week. Got me, damn near 30 points or a little over. But I thought it was a whim. I didn't know that he could duplicate it. And sure enough, yeah, it was poo. It was.
I mean, he got 20 points out of Melvin Gordon. You weren't coming back from all that.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
He had
You
good
even
days
have-
out of.
You even have Tua down there. You got like 3 quarterbacks. Why do you have so many quarterbacks?
I know, but even I don't. I was trying to stockpile by the end of the year. Maybe somebody was going to trade me something, but no, it didn't happen. It was.
I appreciate it. It was good for me.
I know you do. So,
You would have taken one of the more obvious guys who wouldn't have done as well. Yeah.
well, and the thing about it, we'll move over to your. I'll talk about it on your thing there. But Matthew Berry was calling out Hurts as like his dream guy and go get him now. And I didn't listen, and I picked Carr because in the projections, Carr was like two over Jalen Hurts, and I didn't believe it. This was the other one with Gloves McGee falling to Poppy, 60.54 to 83.7. 23.16 differential. But if you look at
Without a quarterback
over here,
Poppy.
he had 2 zeros as well. So Ebron
Yeah,
and
but getting a
Connor.
0 at quarterback is like the worst zero.
This one up here. Yeah. But he still
Because
won.
that's the most points you should come from your quarterback every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still won, but
Pittsburgh sucks. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh is
No, that
for
was
real. What the heck?
dismal. We were talking about that right before you got on, where they're getting death threats. And if this was a South American soccer team, they'd be out there killing their family, and it was insane. So,
in my other league, where I was playing in the playoffs, I had Juju Smith and Eric Ebron, and I was like 10 points behind the other guy. He was done.
And you're
And guess
thinking,
what? I lost.
that's a lot, right?
That's horrible. That's
I was
horrible.
like, I got 2 players. I can make up 10 points. Nope.
Absolutely. You should be able to.
What happened to Eric Ebron? He got hurt on like the first play or something?
The first target to him, he got hurt.
Jeez.
Yeah, because he didn't even get a reception. That was it. Just
I
gone.
didn't watch the game. I'm like, if I'm gonna skip a game, it's gonna be Cincinnati. So
So the 4 teams that were coming in, so 2 rounds going into, what would this be? The semifinals? It's not the semifinals there.
Yeah, quarters were last week.
It's what against the Knightmare in Centerville and the Suspender Nipples. So we'll see if these little animations work here. Right on in there. We're going to showcase Tim your game there against Rob, and there we go. 132.82 against 106.52, a 26.3 point differential. It doesn't sound like much, but it was a handy beating right there. And there it is right there. Jalen Hurts at 37.82. You just dominated this whole week, my friend. Not only the highest score with the team, but the highest individual as well. So you're going to get noted over there. So even with Cooper letting you down with 0.3, you still handed it to him. So
and Komet,
yeah.
whatever the heck that guy's name is.
Yeah, that was my tight end. I've been trying to find a good tight end. Can't find one.
We've all been trying to find a tight end. Come on. Except Brian. That's the only person who doesn't have to look for one.
I wrote.
And then Elliott, I was going back and forth on Elliott, and I was like, oh, it looks like everybody's saying he's gonna play, but he was still questionable. But then I still played Mike Davis, luckily.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
Really
Get some points. There you go.
Didn't do very well.
Well, and when you think about this, the 2 guys that won. Well, no, you didn't have a tight end, so I was just thinking, Brian, you had a good tight end. You didn't do crap with it, so that's.
There we go.
I was thinking about Durwood's guy, but.
Yeah, Hello's got the only good tight end, Waller.
Waller and Brian's got Kelsey. Those are the only 2 tight ends that were like legit, like take them early.
And he did good all year. I think there was 1 week where he had a difficult week, but he was. Yeah, he was.
But you can't ask him every week.
Well, he was a standard producer. That was good. I liked it. So
If they
I had
don't shit the bed in the playoffs, then they're worth keeping.
that was my one good player there. But no, Jalen Hurts right there, 37.82, and he was projected at, I forget, it was like 12 points or something. It was insane. So that's why I passed over him. And the planets aligned. You benefited from my misery, and yes,
Well, going into that last game, the Philadelphia Arizona, I was projected to lose to Rob, and then Hopkins and Hurts just went off.
That's it. Well, you also over here, and I love talking about it. 18-4, kicker defense.
Yeah, the kicker
18
defense.
to 4. It's like, that's always
Yeah,
another obstacle to go over.
Don't talk down Montgomery, because what is that, Montgomery's best game for the whole
Oh,
season?
yeah, that was Montgomery.
By
He
like
went on
twofold or something.
Yeah,
I mean,
29
he was
points.
like
That's crazy.
not a very productive player this year for the most part.
He's been kicking in the past couple games though. He's been getting in the 20s.
Okay. Because I feel like the rest of the season, I was just like 6 points, 8 points, something like that.
He wasn't real productive. So that means next week he's got to get in the 30s.
There you go. Well,
you might need it if Darren Waller goes off.
As with anything else in the NFL, you want to get hot at the end of the season. So
right.
Las Vegas is playing Miami. Waller's going to get shut down.
There you go. They got a stout defense. I like it. So coming out of there, Rob gets bumped out of the thing, and on the other side of the bracket there, we had Centerville going up against Suspender Nipples, and Hello, he held out. That was it, 117.42 against 98.52, 18.9 point differential. I don't want to rub it in, on my boy here, because
what happened,
Ashley?
Yeah, exactly. Trust me, I get it.
He was distraught for a couple of days there, so I'm glad he came out the other side and the sun is shining. But
go back to mine, because I know you guys are always saying everybody lays down for Latner. Oh, he's laying down for Latner, which I don't agree with. Everybody's crushed me.
Of course,
Mary Jane crushed me every year, but on Rob's, I'm like, oh, maybe he is laying down on me. I don't know. I got to talk to him. If you look at his lineup, he played, what was it, Bowden or whatever, instead of Fournette. And Fournette was supposed to be like replacing Rojo. So I was like, why did he play Bowden instead of Fournette? I wouldn't have made a difference, but still, I was like, why would you ever do that?
Yeah.
So I was definitely questioning it. I was like,
I think if we really squeezed it in there and we got the 18 points from Fournette there.
No, it wouldn't have mattered.
No.
It wouldn't have mattered.
Still not even that close, really.
No, he didn't put 20 points on there. Yeah.
No, I mean, like 130 points is a solid number to score. I mean, 106 is a solid number. Yeah. 132 is just, you had a really good week, and you had probably 2 or 3 guys that really, really went way over their projections.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what you want to be doing. I mean,
I was trying to see if I could have beat Daniel's score, but I couldn't. If I'd played Brown instead of Cooper. I still would have been just short of the 154.
It just takes you back to that freaking number 154 or whatever it is he put up in like week 2. It was insane.
You have one more week to do it. You have one more week to do it.
Next week.
That's it. There's one more week. Everybody can actually go for it. I got to run through all these animations now. Apologies, guys. Ash, was there anything else you wanted to say on this one? And we'll.
This is just a dice roll right here.
We'll
That's
let
all
it go.
I gotta say.
Yeah.
I still say I had the best team. If we were to reseed all the teams and draft them all, I'll take my team every time. Now they obviously crapped the bed this week, so what are you gonna do? That's just the way it rolls. But for me, this is the best team I've ever had in fantasy football in 17 years.
Yeah, no, you definitely had a stacked team. I mean, I don't know what happened with Adams. He usually is much higher than that.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have been enough. It would have had to have been more than that. So he had a good week. I mean, it's not like I can say, it's not like I came in and just scored 68, Brian. No, I scored, I still scored a respectable number. I just didn't score enough. So, hats off to him. He did what he had to do. He played Poppy last week. He beat him with like 80 points. Then he came this week and scored 117. That's what he needed to do. I mean, what are you going to do? It's
about the way the cookie crumbles. I mean, so that's it.
Get to the playoffs. Anything can happen. That's the story.
Anything can happen. All right. So out of that, We're going out into the Week 15 individual accomplishments, of course. Tim, why don't you do the highs? We'll go to the next two slides. These are yours.
Sure. So high for what the highest individual performance for this season, Mr. Dalvin Cook, which is with 47.6 points. In week 15, my man, Jalen Hurts, 37.82.
That's it.
He's gotta get to the high for the season next week here against Dallas.
There
He can
you
do
go.
it.
You can do it.
Good luck. He
Oh, no,
can do it
48
against
points.
Dallas. That's a good point.
Hey, all right. Well, you want to do the lows too?
Sure, week 1.
Week 1.
Gloves. He's gonna hold that. Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna beat that. -8
That's
points.
an all-timer.
That's it. That's the best. And that was week 1. And so then the first,
then my man
appearance.
Juju.
Brian's first appearance.
My
Negative
first
0.5.
negative 0.5. And here's the amazing thing. This was I believe, the very first week that every single defense didn't have a negative number. We'll put it that. Feet Ballers had a 0.0 on his defense, but there was no negative numbers across the board and that was the first time I think this entire season. And so Juju here, let me move this so I can see my notes. So yeah, Ash, it's your half cousin, man. Juju Smith-Schuster had a really bad showing. Against Cincinnati, he had 3 receptions, 15 yards, and he lost a fumble, and that'll get you negative 0.5 points. That's bad. That's bad.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we'll get out of there.
They lost to Cincinnati. That's really ridiculous to me. I just can't believe that. Anyway.
But it was the same thing with what was it? It was it? Oh, it was the Steelers. They lost to Washington as well.
Yeah, they lost 3 in a row.
Yeah, 3 in a row.
So I don't know. So
Who did they lose
lost
to last week? I can't remember now. It was Washington the first week.
I can't remember the second week. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up. All right.
You want to play them in the playoffs, though?
For real. All right, going into Ash, you want to do the poo?
Oh, I love the poo. Yeah. Worst team performance of the season. I mean, this is gonna hold up for like a decade or something if we do this. If we keep this record. Feet Ballers, McDaniel over here. Let's do it.
We're gonna have to carry these slides over when we do this, in moving on in the future. So, it'd be from 2020, the worst one ever still was. And then of 15.
Oh yeah, gloves. Gloves, I think, took a break.
That's the surprising part of it too, that it was 60.54. He was just in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, coming out of there, the best team performance, as you were talking about, 154.68, and that was from week 2 with D Money there.
It's crazy.
And week 15, best team performance. Welcome to the Knightmare, 132.82. Well done, my friend. Well done, well deserved. And
peeking at the right time. You got to peek at the end there.
That's it. All right, Ash, I hope I did the next slides well enough. I copied over a lot of stuff, but
so did I. Okay. This was a dream week. This was absolutely a dream week because they went 1-3. All the right teams won and all the right teams lost. So we still have the dream alive that Washington or New York could end up winning this thing. I guess technically everybody's in it at this point, but one of those two teams is going to win it, and they're going to win it with only 6 wins. That's my dream.
With a sub 500 record hosting.
Well, no, they're going to be sub 500. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
These teams suck. So, I actually think the Cowboys should lose to Philadelphia this week. And Baltimore should definitely cram on the, if you're going to go to
we're going to do that.
6-8-1 going to win it over 6-9?
I still think as a loss.
I don't think the Eagles are going to be good enough in the end, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be tight. Like someone's going to win by a turd. It's going to be really close. But they all suck and they're going to get blown out in the first round either way. So that'll be the fun part, is watching them get. Did you guys realize? I guess I just realized this, that in the playoffs this year, only one team's getting a bye. So there's going to be 3 teams playing in the wild card weekend.
Right.
On each side. There's going to be 3 games playing on each
So
side.
6 games instead of 4.
Right.
Yeah.
So normally
Okay.
there's 2 buys on each side. The top 2 seeds get the buys. There's only one team that gets a bye this year on each side.
Well,
I.e. AFC, NFC.
I messed up your math here.
You're good. It doesn't matter.
Because you're calling it for 2 wins, and that would make that.
That would bring the Eagles up to legit, but
7 and 8.
But that was when I originally laid all those guesses out. That was like 6 weeks ago or 7 weeks ago before
right.
Jalen Hurts came in. Which he won't pan out, but it's fun to watch now while it's working. I mean, RG3 could go to a lot of places where they've never seen him play, and he's going to look great. So, don't you remember when RG3 came in the league? He had a good year.
I do, and he was the new flavor of the month, and he had legs like a bird. And I kept thinking the first time he gets tackled,
he's
that's
gonna die. Yeah, and it's almost happened. Yeah,
they got grown men playing in the league. Come on now.
Yeah, they do, and they're fast. So either way, we'll see what happens. I was loving all these results. This was the one good thing from this week. I was like, the one team that can win, please win. Philadelphia. I was like, go or Dallas. Dallas won. Everybody else lost. I was like, it's perfect. Dallas is the one team I'm not worried about at all. So by all means, win it up.
And the thing about it is that last week it's fully a divisional.
Hang on, I got something. That I wanted to add to this. So if Washington loses against Carolina, right? So if they lose against Carolina and the Eagles win at Dallas, then it's the last game of the season. It's winner takes first place with Washington versus Philadelphia in week 17. So that's the thing to look for. If Washington loses, so Washington has to lose, which I'm predicting, or I was predicting 6 weeks ago. And then if the Eagles beat Dallas, which is probably going to happen because Dallas's defense is basically a 0 out of 10. So, their offense will do something, but the Eagles' defense is actually respectable. That's the one thing they've got. And so anyway, look for that Washington-Philadelphia game to be interesting.
That's the game.
Yeah. So next week, that'll be the game.
All right.
Anyway, I just wanted to add that little bit for the NFC Leaf, since that's the one segment that I'm, running here.
Responsible for. Yes.
That's where my passion is, baby. It's other people losing.
And it's great. And it's, I love it. That's it.
It's a debacle.
We're going to see it all the way through. So the consolation ladder going into round 3, we're going to have Skeletor Martinis against Get These, Bacon against Auto Draft Superstars, and the Feet Ballers against Team Vicerion. Guys, set your line.
Yeah.
The winners.
Don't forget, you might get last.
The winners consolation. We got Gloves against the Benchwarmers. Rob against Ash.
I love that I get to play against Rob because I don't think I've played him, or maybe I did, and I scored like 72 points or some crap like that. So he's due for a beating. Derrick Henry's gonna bring the pain.
And then
gonna stiff arm his ass.
Somebody. And then that only leaves us with 2. And there it is right there.
There they are.
Yep. Woo! Welcome to the Knightmare against Centerville. Hello. That is the final matchup. You made it, my friend. That is amazing. Anything you want to...
It's like FSU versus UCF, right? FSU Knightmare.
Is that what it
How
is?
does that basketball game go?
It kind of looks like
I was going to say, are we talking basketball or are we talking football? Because, that UCF automatically wins.
Well, football's over. We're in basketball season now.
There you go. There you go. Goodness gracious.
If I go off the colors and the pictures, I say it's Dallas against Cincinnati. So I don't know what. That's all I see.
And since he's peaking at the end, so that's what you
want.
want.
It's hard for me to root for Dallas. I mean, you know how I am about Dallas. So.
Well, we wish you the best of luck. This is really going to be exciting. We're closing down to the final ticks of the 2020 fantasy football season there, and we're anxious to see how it turns out. This week, though, there is no Thursday night game. There's a Friday night game. So I don't know if it's because NBA's on. I don't know why or what the reasoning is, but Friday is Christmas. It's the 25th. We have a Christmas NFL game.
The NBA's really lost their crap, huh?
Yeah. No, I know
that was
NBA
always a lock.
They were always playing on Christmas Day. But so we've got the Vikings playing at the Saints, 6-8 and 10-4. Vegas has the Saints by a touchdown, by 7. But seeing how it's Christmas, we want to know who's favored. Seeing how it's Christmas, I think
What the hell does Christmas have to do with it?
well, wait, I'm getting there. The 9-pound, 8-ounce baby Jesus just might have something to say about it.
Okay, I gotcha.
Because the Vikings. Now this is Gentleman Rogers.
Those are some guys who need some
cousin right over
suspenders.
there.
That's all I gotta say.
That's it. That the Vikings, they worship their heathen gods, whereas the Saints pray to Jesus. There's my girl right there, Mother Teresa. All right. So I think that baby Jesus is going to shine favorably on New Orleans, and New Orleans going to win the game. And this is actually my nativity Jesus right there. That's Fontanini right there. That's oh, I love it. So out of that though, good luck in the final week. Who will win our 2020 fantasy football COVID season? COVID. But no, actually, we can actually say it's probably Tim. So are you here?
Durwood's got a good chance.
It's either Tim or Durwood. We'll see what happens.
There you go. Well, I don't think Durwood watches this, so I'm going to say Tim. All right, gentlemen. That was it, man. Anything you want to say? Close it on out.
Did you want to talk about any headlines, or I don't think there's any COVID?
That's what I didn't. No, that's what I didn't put into the thing. I had NFL. They send me stuff all the time, and I was trying to finish the slide up there real quick. And what did they say?
I'm in the finals in the other league, so I do still have to keep up. And the funny thing is
about that, by the way, there's right there.
I just beat Brian last week.
He beat me at last week in the other one, and I'm out. So, and I had a really good team there. And
so go.
If Chris McCaffrey wouldn't have gotten injured, I think I would have rode that league there. So, yeah.
So this is how lucky I was this year in fantasy football. I draft in both leagues the first round. My first round pick in ours, of course, was Derrick Henry, and the other one was Dalvin Cook. The top 2 wide receivers in the entire game this year. Like, if that's not lucky, because all I did was take basically best available. I might have made a slight look, but I didn't really want Derrick Henry. I know that. Because I was for sure he's going to get hurt. That's what I was thinking. So
and it was the other way around, and that's what I remember. McCaffrey and Henry, and I had the first pick, and I grabbed McCaffrey, and for like 2 weeks it was great.
Yeah. And then it all went.
He is a monster. Every time he plays, there's something special about that guy, or something he's eating or drinking that's making him special, whatever, but it works on the field either way. So
Portuguese steroids. Yeah.
Yeah, all the top picks got hurt. McCaffrey, Barkley, Elliott didn't get hurt, but he does.
Might as well have been hurt.
Yeah.
Actually, might have been better if he'd been hurt. At least you wouldn't have had to guess whether he's going to play or be good. Or
he was horrible.
Yeah, their offensive line was like a disaster area, and that's how they were winning all those years, or why he was such a good player was they could just hand it off and not get hit for the first 5 yards. It's like Emmitt Smith.
Oh, number 22. I love Emmitt Smith.
I hate Emmitt Smith. That's one of the centers for the Cowboy hate.
Because he played for Dallas, yeah.
No, because I'm a Barry Sanders fan, and every now and then I run into somebody who thinks somehow that if you put Barry Sanders behind the best offensive line in history, that Barry Sanders wouldn't have had way more yards and been able to play a lot longer.
Sure.
Of course, he gave up. He quit the game after like 9 years or whatever. He didn't even play that long.
No, he left early, and that was a shame.
It was.
He left when he was still really good, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he was still the best running back in the league when he left, which is unfortunate. He probably would have put Emmitt Smith so far down, he would have had to been like Frank Gore's age to catch up to him. I mean, I can't believe Frank Gore is still like the starting running back. It's just insane.
Still playing. He'll be playing next year, I bet.
Yeah. Oh, I don't see why he wouldn't. He played really well this year.
If they're gonna give him money.
I mean, you would think though, like running backs would gotta be like the worst position to play.
Oh yeah.
It's gotta be so rough and hard, and after the game you're so beat up, you like just literally soak and rest for 2 days and you still feel like crap.
No,
Yep.
that's the one where you've got a very short shelf life. It was
Yeah.
the Bills. The Bills beat the Steelers in Week 14. So it was
Oh,
Washington,
no,
Okay.
Bills,
that's
and Cincy.
Well,
So
Buffalo's pretty good, but Washington, Cincy suck. So
yeah.
yeah.
Pittsburgh sucks.
Mm.
Washington's
Even though, Ash,
okay.
I just noticed you're wearing the Pittsburgh jersey there, but
Yeah, you missed the start. You missed the start. I was like, I got a rep for them because they're all like, borderline suicidal over there probably after losing the first 3 weeks. So I
Yeah.
was like, I better bring it out, show some love to the Roth. Roethlisberger grew up like right around where I grew up, actually. I have some friends that were like really good friends with him.
Huh.
They like this is when he first comes out into the NFL. This is fantasy football when he first comes out, and I got this guy in our league who's like swearing that Roethlisberger is going to be one of the greatest players, and I'm like, dude, you're smoking crack. That's what I tell the guy. He's like, trust me, I watched him play in high school. I watched him play in college. He's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, and sure enough, he was. I mean, he hasn't been for about 5 years now, but yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he went to Miami, Ohio, right? Is that where he came
yeah,
out of?
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. Anyway, it's been
Mm.
a good season. Are we going to do one of these next week, Brian? For one more or what?
Yeah. One more to wrap it up.
Or
The
maybe
showcase.
one more and then one to like wrap the whole thing up? Or I guess that next week ends the fantasy.
Next,
So let's
next,
just,
yeah,
yeah,
next week is the end of it. So there's no other games after the UPS
right.
guy out there. I think we got all our things. I tell you, I got all my gifts wrapped, so I'm ahead of the game.
Same here. Same
I've,
here for the first time ever.
I know it's usually, tomorrow night I'm still wrapping
Yes.
stuff. So no, I'm ahead of the game. I'm happy. My wife has stuff to wrap. That's on you. That's it. I'm good. And then yeah, so we had one thing, buddy. Are they home? I don't think they're home. I think they're home. They were with my folks. That I don't.
Don't give them away their
I'm
presents,
not going to
huh?
say
Can't talk
anything.
about
Then I'll talk about it next week after Christmas. We'll do a
There you
Christmas recap. Yeah,
There we go.
there we go.
I still
Yeah,
got to do
next
some
week.
shopping. You think Amazon can get it here by Christmas?
No.
I know.
Walmart.
Yeah,
Walmart.
that's
I see
it.
them going up and down the street, all the little golf carts with a little trailer in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. That's crazy.
We get Jethro and his cousin in a rented like moving van pulling up, and I'm out here like, go get the gun. I don't know what the hell this is, and it's two like bozos delivering Amazon packages because they
Yeah,
tracked it
they
out.
got they got all kinds of people. It's like this regular minivan pulled up in the driveway the other day, and this girl gets out. I'm like, who's this? And she brings me a package. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh. I was
She's
like, no markings. It just looks like someone's normal minivan just driving around.
Right.
it's your illegitimate daughter. She's looking for her long lost father. So it's just
Daddy?
no, we had the same thing. It was something like a couple of guys in a minivan, and I'm
Yeah,
like, what are
I've
you
seen them.
doing? Because they're going real slow, but they're lost. They're looking for addresses because it's
Right.
Yep.
a full-time gig. They used to
They're
be
Russian.
waiters at Applebee's. That's all it was. So they don't want to work for Bite Squad. They're delivering Amazon packages.
I think that's what it is. It's not like they had a uniform. It wasn't. Yeah, it was just
No,
a normal
it's
person.
very, very shady.
It was like
Mhm.
Uber delivers versus Uber Eats.
Hey, what do we got going on here?
That's it. No, I don't trust any of that stuff. You see all of the Ring cameras and the videos of like some dude drinking out of the cup and then giving it to the people.
I
Have you
haven't
seen
seen
that?
that one.
Oh yeah, he
Jeez.
like got a milkshake from Chick-fil-A and he literally is walking up the patio and up to the front door. He's drinking out of it and puts it into the thing and delivers the food. Like, oh, that's shady and sour, man. Don't do that. So yeah, I
That's a
don't know.
good idea.
Don't order drinks. Don't have drinks
There you
delivered.
go.
That's it.
Well, they're eating the fries out of the bag. That's 100%. You know that every time. Hey, whatever's left in the bag is mine.
Hey,
It's fine.
bag
As long as
fries
they
are
don't touch the other fries, I'm good with it. Just don't
that's
touch the
it.
other fries.
Bag fries are free. If it's
One,
Bag
just
fries are
touch,
free.
touch the one you're eating.
I love it.
Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, my I like to go to pick up the food without my wife, and for one reason. because now I like the company, don't get me wrong, it's not like that, but when I get the food, I'll have the bag there that's open, and as I'm driving by, I'm driving home eating the fries and then giving
Oh,
it
of
to
course.
everybody. But she has this theory that if she wraps the bag up, it'll hold all the heat in there for the fries, and so they're
That'll
still
make
hot
them,
home, and so she won't let me eat the fries
Yeah.
as we're going home.
that
So,
makes them soggy, actually, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, all of the steam in there. Yeah.
I remember those days. I haven't had fast food since 2004. McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's or any of those.
Yeah.
I haven't
I can't say
experienced that in a long time.
Yeah.
I haven't had fast food since, like a couple hours ago.
Last week.
Yeah, that's about it. We do that every day almost. So yeah, I am afraid of when they finally call us back in, because I believe I've been wearing pajama pants and sweatpants for far too long, and when I actually have to put on real pants, nothing's going to fit. So it's going to be that scene from the very first Santa Claus where Tim Allen is roll up coming into work with a sweatsuit, a sweatpants, and his briefcase, and that's going to be Chubby Bryant coming up onto the third floor because his pants won't fit. Either that or it's a quick run to Walmart to get me some Roger pants.
Get yourself some nice looking sweats.
Oh man! All right, gentlemen. Best of luck.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Christmas.
See you guys
All right.
next week.
All right,
Bye.
that's it. Be prepared to call in, Tim.
Oh, next week, sure, yeah.
That's it.
Whoa, don't push it.
All right, you guys have a good one.
man. Good luck.
I'll
Yeah,
talk to you
bye-bye.
later.